What's up guys, today we're back in State of Decay 2, and I just wanted to go over a bunch of random tips that might help you out when playing State of Decay 2. If you don't have the game yet, this might help you when it fully releases if you got the standard edition, or maybe you already have the ultimate edition and you're already playing. This might help you out a little bit. The first thing I wanted to talk about is the workshop. Here at the workshop, you can craft molotovs, explosives, different consumables like that, along with the silencers that obviously help you a lot, making a lot less noise when shooting zombies, and just more and more as you upgrade the workshop. I believe on the second upgrade is when you get the silencers, and then you get more like heavier explosives, I believe. The workshop is one of the must-haves in your main base. Also, something that you want to pay attention to in the game are your survivors, the little icons above their head, meaning what they're feeling. They're tired, injured, sick, getting the plague, whatever. You want to pay attention to these little icons above their heads up on the community tab. There are different ways to fix each one of these. Like if your character's tired, he needs to rest, you need to go to the bed, switch him out, use a different character. If he's sick, you'll have to fix it in the infirmary. If he's injured, I believe you can use a first aid kit or use the infirmary. The infirmary is really good to have, and it uses a lot of meds though, so you'll want to stock up on meds a lot or get a meds outpost that supplies meds. If you want to play the game extra safe, a good tip is to get outposts all around your main base. Like this is my main base right here. If I were to take all of these outposts right here, I would hit a lot less zombies. A lot less zombies would come into my main base and a lot less hordes. That's just a little trick to run into a lot less zombies, keep your survivors safer. But it also gets a lot more boring like that because you're not having hordes run into your base, different zombies. It's a little boring when you do that. But if you're having trouble with the game, want it to be a little easier, just have outposts around your base, make it a lot safer. For example, since my base doesn't really have any other outposts around it, I get hit by zombies a lot, and this horde right here actually ran through my base and just almost took us over, and it was actually pretty fun. Also, if you have barbed wire on top of your fences or walls, zombies can't crawl over that. Like right here at this empty spot, zombies can easily crawl over that, so that's just something to keep in mind. You can only carry one rucksack of supplies at a time, but you can put more in the trunk of a car. Different cars have different trunk space. For example, a big utility van would have, I think it has like 8 spaces, while a pickup truck has like 6. A car only has like, I think 4 or 5 or something like that. You can also break open these rucksacks. Like if you don't have enough space or any space on your back to carry another rucksack, you can break it open. If you need meds, break open a med rucksack if you need to heal. If you need gas, open up the gas rucksack instead of bringing that to your base, which would give you gas in your base, but breaking that open would give you gas or a repair kit or something like that for your car that you can use right now. Weight also plays a big role in the game. You want to make sure your character is carrying as little as possible because the more they're carrying, the more stamina it uses when you sprint or do anything that uses stamina. So the lighter you are, the less stamina you use, meaning you can sprint for a lot longer if you're carrying less. When you're carrying a lot and the weight's near the max, you use a lot more stamina. When you're on the community tab and you're looking at all of your survivors, you can click on each one and then go down and see what's affecting them. For example, right here it shows that Paul has the blood plague, while over here Deadwood has a sprained ankle and a swollen eye. That sprained ankle and that swollen eye is going to make his maximum health go a lot less, so we want to get him healed as fast as we can, and I believe we can use a first aid kit or the infirmary. But the plague can only be cured from the infirmary. So I'm going to have to find plague samples for him and then come back and cure him. Plague samples can be looted off of plague zombies, which are the bloody red-eyed zombies. And this is just an obvious tip for the new guys that haven't played State of Decay before, but when your character or survivor dies, they're dead for good. You can't get them back. Right here, my man PJ was overrun and now he's a zombie. So now I have to kill him and I can get his loot. His loot will be marked on the compass, by the way, too. You can see it with this little symbol right here. Probably the biggest thing in this game is noise. The faster you search, the more likely you are to make noise. Zombies will hear the noise that you make, come over and try to get you. Most of the time, it doesn't attract too many zombies from searching. A little trick that I like to do when I'm coming into an infestation is I like to get a car, beat my horn really loud, and then make all the zombies come out and just run them over. That's like the fastest way to get rid of a horde, but it's also the most boring. If you're playing solo in this game, usually you want to bring another survivor with you, because survivors will help you out a lot, especially when facing the bigger zombies like the ferals and the tanks. You want to make sure you have another survivor with you, but at the same time it's kind of risky because you put that survivor at risk a lot more when he's traveling with you. For example, right here, my survivor PJ died. He was traveling with me and we accidentally hit a bloater. We got overrun by zombies and then he died. That brought down the morale of my base a lot, and that's really bad. You want to keep the morale up as high as possible, otherwise more characters and survivors are going to leave. He was also one of my top leveled guys, so just make sure you know what you're doing. If you're going to bring a survivor with you, maybe make sure he's strong. If not, make sure he's not leveled that much. Make sure you have a little noob survivor with you, so if he does die, you're not really losing much. One of the best things about State of Decay 2 is the different ways to approach things. like to approach people or enclaves. For example, there was a survivor that needed help because he got robbed, his friend got robbed, and he was cut or stabbed or whatever, and there was two different options to approach those guys that robbed him. I could have talked to them first or just came in and started killing them. I decided to talk to the enclave, and after I talked to them, they gave me the supplies back and acted like everything was all good, but then they came around and attacked us. They ended up killing the survivors that I was helping, and then I had to kill them, which is one of the coolest things about this game, really. They've really done a good job compared to the first one. You can pretty much choose to be a good guy or a bad guy, and your survivors will try to lean you towards whichever way they feel too. When you're doing a mission, sometimes you'll get an optional quest to talk to your other survivor about what they think, and they'll tell you like if they think you should go in guns blazing or do it like the nice way or just ignore it altogether. So just be careful on how you approach these things because you can't load back the game. This isn't those type of games where you can just load back and change everything or get your character back when they die. If you mess up, you mess up. So really think about the choices that you make in this game because they'll have a big impact on your base. And that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully these helped. Hopefully these were some good tips. If you want to see more, leave a like. Let me know in the comments. If not, let me know in the comments what you want to see. See ya.